I just wanted to get on and do a quick live because I was just thinking about something. I know that it's summertime for pretty much everybody now. And for those of us who are in the colder climes, it is definitely a welcome change from the prolonged winter that we had this year. But with the change in weather comes a couple of items to consider as far as being safe and being able to enjoy it to the best of your ability. And one of those things is, hey Carrie Ann, thanks for joining. One of those things is making sure that you stay hydrated. So, what does that mean exactly? And how can you apply it to you personally? So, our bodies are made up of the majority water, right? So, you look at us and you would never guess that, but it's true. We are um, water beings. So, we need to have sufficient amount of fluid ingested into us so that our cells can function properly and we can function at our maximum capacity. So this is outside of making sure that you're eating foods that are going to be healthy and providing you with the fuel that you need in order to carry out the daily tasks that your body has to accomplish. I'm talking about what you need as far as fluid and preferably water. If you are, and of course the caveat to all of this is if you're on any kind of fluid restriction because of heart failure or some other ailment, then of course this is not going to apply to you because you have your set amount of fluid that you need to ingest each day. But for everybody else, in order for you to stay functioning well, really what you need to use every single day or you need to consume every day is you take your body weight in pounds and you divide it by 2, and that's how many ounces of water you need to be drinking at baseline. So this is not to factor in the fact that it is hot outside, or if you live somewhere where it's even hotter than the average place. So if you're living in Arizona or Texas, and hey James, thanks for joining. If you're living in Arizona or Texas where you are exposed to temperatures of 90 and 90 plus and above, even over 100, then of course you will need to increase your water intake to keep up with those losses that you're going to have from perspiration and your body trying to cool off. So what did I say? The formula, the easiest way to remember how much you need at baseline is your body weight in pounds divided by 2. Okay, so let's take an example. So like I weigh 190 pounds. Okay, so I would need, ridiculous, 85. Well, essentially 90. Well, I guess if you round am I 185 or 190? I can't think of how much I am, but I think I'm probably about 180. So at 180, basically that would be 90 ounces of water that I would need to consume every day. So that sounds like a lot, but really, if you think about it and you have a way of measuring your water intake over the course of the day, then it will be a whole lot easier. So putting flavoring into your water. Hey, Nana, thanks for joining. Putting flavoring into your water or having foods that are rich in water. So like watermelon, now that it's summer, is a great option. There are tons of other fruit that are really great sources of water. Hey, Faye, thanks for joining. But, nothing really beats the container. You carry your little container and you just keep refilling. And I have a Nalgene tub that's about 90 ounces, and I basically just have that. And then, of course, when it's hot, like I said, or you're working out. So I'm in right now, the surrounding that I'm in is actually my basement gym, which I fondly call the fitness lab. And anyway, so when I'm here and I'm working out, so right now I'm going to be drinking a whole bunch of water. I'm about to do a Tabata workout. And I know that I'm going to have to keep myself well hydrated. Okay, so we talked about baseline, what you need, and I told you the formula, which was, I'll say it again, which was your body weight in pounds divided by 2. Super simple. Remember, you're going to increase that amount if it's super hot outside, or if you're more active. So if you're somebody who works outside and you're like a construction worker, or you are doing something outdoors in the elements and you're going to be exposed to more heat, then of course you want to up that. Sometimes you might even want to go 2 times the amount to really ensure that you stay hydrated. So how do you know if you're hydrated? And so this is where the pee thing comes into play. So I don't know if you've taken a look at your pee, you may or may not have. If you're a male, you probably see your pee all the time. If you're female, you probably don't even really notice, or don't take note of the color of your pee. Hey Jen, thanks for joining, and hey Melissa, thanks for joining. You probably don't take account to the color of your pee, but that can give you a huge amount of information as to what your hydration status is. So say for example, you look at your urine and it is very dark yellow, or even worse, almost brown. That's not good. Okay, so you want to have more water ingestion. The way that you can, so the more dilute your urine is the more indication that you're not as dehydrated and you're getting sufficient amount of water. Hey Alice, thanks for joining. You're getting a sufficient amount of water. So remember, if your pee starts looking really light, like almost clear, almost looking like water, that's good, okay? That means that you're very well hydrated. Sounds good? And yes, keeping yourself hydrated is a great way to protect your kidney. Thank you, Nana, for putting that out there. That's a great way to protect your kidneys. And you want to have, like I said, all the cells functioning well, keeping them well lubricated and with sufficient amount of water. And you want to prevent yourself from getting dehydrated, because there are just a lot of things that can come along with dehydration, that the body puts a lot of taxing on the body, a lot of stress. And it's just something that's completely preventable if we just do that simple action of consuming enough water. Hey, Crystal, thanks for joining. Oh, yes, Faith, thanks for adding that. Water is your one good habit. I think you have more than one good habit. But yeah, no, drinking sufficient water is key. And the other, like another little fun fact, you may be realizing also when you start consuming sufficient amount of water, that your skin, like when you look at your face, it actually starts glowing, and your skin just looks more supple. You have a more youthful appearance, and it is all because now the tissues are getting what they need, and your body is expressing gratitude, and by manifesting it with glowing skin. And then the other thing too is that you'll also be pretty regular with your number 2, your stooling, because again, you need hydration for that as well. So water just hinges on, staying hydrated hinges on so many aspects of the function of the human body, and it's something that we can definitely have control over, and we can do an excellent job if we just put our mind to it. And there are so many creative ways. Like I said, mixing things. Oh, hey, Crystal, thanks for adding that. So she says that she puts 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in her bottled water to give it flavor. So you can get creative with how you flavor your water. Sometimes I put raspberries and blueberries and citrus fruit in my water just to give it a little bit of boost. So you can do all that, and it just makes it a little bit more enjoyable to drink. And before you know it, you'll actually get to the point where if you do this consistently for a bit, even for 2 weeks, you'll start seeing a big difference in how your body's functioning, how you look, how you feel. And that is even without any exercise. So can you believe that? Something simple. Hey, Tamika, thanks for joining. All right, so that's really all I don't want to go on too long, but that's really all I wanted to talk to you about today. So the point number 1 was stay hydrated. It is warm out, and you want to make sure that your body is functioning in good fashion. And one simple way that you can do that is by making sure that you have sufficient water ingestion. And that would be, easy formula, your body weight in pounds divided by 2. And then that's going to be how many ounces that you need at baseline. More if you're exposed to heat, and more if you're more active in heat or more active in general. Awesome. All right, and then number 2 is one way that you can check to see your hydration status is, of course, visibly you can see based on your skin turgor, which is just basically the plasticity of your skin. And then the other thing that you can check and see is your urine. If your urine is darker yellow, that's not good. That means that you're dehydrated. Urine is more concentrated. If your urine is lighter and almost transparent like water, then that means that you're much more hydrated. So I'm hoping that that this informational was helpful to you. And I definitely hope that you will go out and enjoy the weather and just be safe and stay hydrated, because your body will definitely thank you. So I appreciate your time. And this is Dr. Charmaine Gregory. And I just wanted to say that I hope that you will be strong, be brave, and unleash your greatness. Have an amazing day.